how the podcast starts. And now we're here, broadcasting live. We're not live.
We're not live. Podcasts are almost never live.
Wait, but are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
We're recording. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hello. This is episode 0 of
0.5.
0.5. We recorded another episode that was more of a trial run, and now we're more comfortable. And we've had some beer, and
This is cider.
it's close enough.
We're gonna
Cider boys.
We're gonna call that other one the last episode.
Yeah, we'll release it if we are ever famous. Not in like the podcast kind of famous, but just like if one of us ever gets famous, we'll just release it.
Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, and then the other people can just keep talking about how. I'm friends with this famous guy. We did a podcast together. I don't know why they turned into an Adam Sandler character.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Anyway,
It made
What if
sense.
one of us is only famous because we committed a crime?
that's still famous.
Still
Infamy
counts.
is still fame. It's got the infamy part in it.
Do you mean just the fam?
It's fam.
Yeah, it's
What-
got that fam. What up, fam?
I
got that in
I
it.
don't like that new. I don't like calling people fam because I feel like it's.
This is the segment we call Paul the Old Man.
Well, I mean, like I get like if it was specifically for your family. Also, we never introduced ourselves either, which I don't know.
Okay.
We can give it a minute.
Yeah, well,
We're
keep
going
going.
with Paul's segment right now.
Yeah, this is your segment. Please continue, and then we'll go into introductions.
I mean, like it would make sense if like that's just like what you called like your siblings or like your parents or your cousins or something. Like maybe in a group text, like, "Hey, fam," I get that. I don't know what the origins are for calling just anybody you know fam. If you guys know, I would love to know.
Well, I think how it started is like rap crew or not rap crews, like rappers call their crews like their family. So I think it was like, "What's good, fam?" But one thing I do like about the term fam is that, you know, the like, "Oh, it smells like up dog in here" joke. And people are like, "What's up, dog? What's up, dog?" Then it started a new thing that I got, I think both of you guys with, because I was like, "It smells like good fam in here." You go, "What's good, fam?" I'm like, "Nothing much. What's good with you, fam?"
I don't ever remember that
Yeah.
happening though.
I laughed at it for probably way too long.
Oh boy. All right, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with Paul. Let's start with old man Paul.
My name is Paul, and I have blonde hair, and I'm wearing glasses right now.
Ooh, tell
I
me more.
enjoy a good beer, and if
Do you enjoy a bad beer?
yeah, honestly, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not like a skunked beer, but
But like cheaper beer
oh
you
yeah,
enjoy.
I'll enjoy
Yeah.
cheap beer too. And if I were some sort of 80s movie character, I would probably be like a nerdy kid in high school.
Oh.
But like one that wouldn't like get punched once in a movie. One that would be kind of a protagonist. In the end, he'd end up making out with a girl and everybody would be cheering for him.
Or
but it wouldn't be cool by any means.
in Revenge of the Nerds, you could just rape a girl and it's fine.
Yeah, that's not the movie I want
The
to be
hero
in.
rapes a girl in that movie.
No, it's
But then she's totally cool with it. So
yeah, no, that was a weird, disgusting part of that movie.
yeah, the rest of the movie, I'm like, yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. But every time it gets to that part, I'm like,
I'm
this
gonna
is like an
can't do
Ayn Rand
this.
novel.
turn this off for now, and then we'll just resume it.
Huh?
Not the podcast, the movie.
Oh, I was like,
It's like,
what?
do you just not
Did
like
we
Revenge
say
of the
something
Nerds?
offensive? Should we not talk about rape?
No, we can.
Talk about anything. No holds barred.
No.
Um,
Let's go to you. Who are you?
I'm PJ.
Yeah.
I look like a young Santa Claus. That was a tweet I put out yesterday. It said more, but you get the gist. And if I was in an 80s movie character, I'd be like the friend who's like in Teen Wolf. He has a friend who owns the van who you go teen wolfing on it, which is now a term used to describe surfing on top of a van. He's got a friend who's like the really obnoxious, like funny one. Oh, he's got a fat friend too. I'm like the fat friend in an 80s movie, like the fat funny one, I think.
Like John Candy and Spaceballs.
Like John Candy and Spaceballs, or John Candy and Stripes, or John Candy and the Blues Brothers. Or John Candy and no, he was a main character in Buck. In fact, the titular character.
The way you said that sounded like you said Knucklebuck, which I hope was like
That's the porn parody.
version.
Knuckle buck.
2 knuckle deep buck. Only 2? All right, who are you, sir?
Pretty tame.
Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm the token Asian. Not token as in like I'm smoking weed all the time, but like token. Yeah, I'm the token Asian.
Interesting thing about the phrase token Asian is on my list of band names. There are like 300 of them. One of them is Smoking Asians because we were looking for a Goodwill in Walla Walla, I think, one time. We were in Washington somewhere.
Somewhere in Washington.
We were looking for a thrift store, and Paul said, "Look over there by the Smoking Asians." And there was just a group of like 20 Asian kids all like smoking.
Hey man, they're having a good time.
I wouldn't say they all looked the same, but they were all dressed exactly the same.
What were they wearing? Were they a K-pop? Was it a K-pop group? Did you see a K-pop group in Washington?
I don't think we saw a K-pop group.
Is that what plays at K-pop concerts? Because then, yes, we did.
Yeah, probably.
What?
I mean, it's
Are we talking about Kellogg's Pops? What are we talking about here?
you gotta have my pops. I just gotta have my pops.
That joke didn't go over as well.
Maybe we can cut that out.
No, we're gonna keep it in.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Well, man, what an intro. How
You
about
know it.
that intro? Oh, we gotta have things to talk about now.
Yeah, you used up my list on the last one.
Yeah, we had a list. Well, Paul had a list of things to talk about in case we ran out of things to talk about. I guess we can talk about what this podcast is, because we tried to make a podcast several times and it never happened. But I think it's going to happen now.
I think all total. This is the third time we've tried to make a podcast together with the three of us. But Paul and I have also made a podcast that.
Did you release it?
No, because we were like, I fully intended on releasing it. However, like the last 15 minutes didn't get recorded.
Oh no, that sucks.
So, but I listened back to what we had and I thought it was pretty funny. We were watching Roadhouse.
Oh,
We were doing a director's
nice.
commentary kind of
Nice.
thing, but
Because we directed Roadhouse.
Oh, that makes sense. You are of Roadhouse fame.
mhm.
Yeah,
I'm of
I mean,
Baby's Day Out fame.
You are. You are the baby.
Yeah, I played the baby in Baby's Day Out too. That's an interesting fact about
Baby's Day Out 2.
as well, Paul.
Oh,
So the audio cut out for a second.
But yeah,
Okay.
we tried to make a podcast a few times, and we just really couldn't figure out what to do. But I think maybe we figured it
This
out.
time, just we
I
gotta
think-
talk.
Yeah.
Or the first two. The first one was a similar premise to the one Paul and I made, but we just watched a Netflix movie and talked about it, which was it went all right, I think. Elliot still has that somewhere.
Oh, that's right. That does exist somewhere out there.
Yeah. And then the second time it was when we lived at the Rollins house and we were just talking about news, I think.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
I was the weatherman.
That was a really bad concept.
I thought it would be funny to bring up the weather. I still
Yeah,
do.
PJ, with the weather, what's it looking like out there?
Well, right now it's nighttime, so
I
nobody
mean,
knows.
the weather doesn't stop at night.
I think it does.
you can't see what's going on out
There's
there.
no sun.
And
so
there's the weather for you. So yeah, that one didn't go out. Didn't go over too well. And then I
You
started
said
listening.
over too well, like we released it to a public.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't go
they
over.
hated
And they
it.
were
Yeah.
like, no, not our thing.
Didn't go over too well with me.
No, Josh didn't like it.
Yeah.
Did you listen back to it?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't really want to.
It might have been great.
It might have been like pure gold.
Well, then maybe we'll just release that for this thing.
Can we just have a failed podcast where we just talk about our failed podcast?
Oh, just have like
Yeah, that could be pretty
that's like
fun.
our pilot thing, except I imagine the pilot episode of podcasts. None of them are good, I imagine.
So anyway, with this thing, I think it's just kind of turned into talk for however long that it feels comfortable, and then that way we're not bound to like a format or having to talk about certain things. We can just kind of talk about whatever, and then for times where it's like, oh, we do want to talk about this one thing, then we can have an episode for that. Because we also talked about, well, I wanted to do a Simpsons podcast where we would just run through every episode of The Simpsons.
What an original idea.
Yeah, it's not original at all, but I still think it's fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be original to be fun. Anyway, we would just do that, and
What would we call our Simpsons podcast?
I didn't have a name for that.
We don't have a name for this one, but
Yeah, we'll get to names. Names are hard. But for some reason, I think that naming like a thing like a podcast is harder than naming a child. I could name my kid pretty easily.
you just pick a name.
Yeah, you just pick a name.
Dornacump.
Maybe it's not so easy.
Dornacump. I don't know.
Dornicum.
It's a beautiful name for a girl.
Yeah, Dornicum Willet.
I thought you said door nut cum. And I was like, why'd you just go for like 2 dirty words right off the bat?
A door is a door.
I mean, like, nut cum was more what I
You
was
said that.
thinking.
It was like I looked around and tried to come up with a name.
Josh
Just
is,
a guy jerking off in
yeah,
the corner.
as Josh, he's just masturbating.
Oh, sorry. I'm back now.
Good.
Josh, come on. Really though, like, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, man. I just gotta have my pops.
That's some good Foley art.
Foley art? What's Foley art?
A Foley.
Yeah, I was actually just masturbating.
I don't know if you're genuinely asking or not, Paul. He should have said yes. He's a big dummy.
Yeah. He doesn't know what Foley is. He doesn't know what foliage is either.
I know who Dave Foley is. He played Flick in A Bug's Life.
That's right.
He was also
I
in the
was-
Canadian sketch show Kids in the Hall, and also on News Radio.
And he was in the movie Blast from the Past featuring Brendan Fraser and that girl from Clueless, I think.
He was also in Postal. You see his penis in that.
Ooh.
In which one?
The movie
Postal?
Postal.
Postal?
I didn't finish it. It
I've
was
never seen
weird.
it.
I recently watched the movie 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams where he plays like a sociopath kind of a guy. Fucking crazy movie. It was really good.
Everyone says it's a good movie.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it until the summer, but like,
Pretty good.
yeah, great.
I probably won't watch it.
When I was a kid, I remember going to the movie rental place, and I saw that poster, and I thought that they just were doing 1 hour photo there.
Oh man, when I
It
was
took me a little while to figure out what was going
when
on.
I was a kid, I saw a poster for the Blair Witch Project, and the poster scared me. And
Well, it's a shitty movie, so.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't plan to see it either. Apparently, people that have seen the first one and watched the remake of it said the remake was pretty bad.
I mean, I didn't like the original. Like, I imagine at the time, like, all the things, like, it was the 90s, and, like, it was the first, like, found footage film. But, like, it's just terrible. It's just a lady in the woods cursing, like, oh, fuck, we gotta find the map. Fuck you, Bobby, or whatever the asshole's name is, who the
Oh.
cameraman is. It's not good.
I don't really like scary movies anyway.
I only don't like them. You don't like them because they scare you.
Yeah, they do. They're scary, and I
And
don't
I'm
like
not
it.
judging you for that. I don't like them because they don't like scare me. So it's just like a not good movie mixed with not scaring me. You know.
But I think it depends, because I really want to see Alien, which I know isn't like a horror movie,
yeah,
but I like the art direction of that movie, and I also like, I don't know, the cultural impact of that movie, so I want to see it.
yeah. I mean, it's been around for a while.
It has been. I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah. That like falls in the same category as Jaws, where people were like, oh, it's a thriller, and like usually when people are describing thrillers, it's a horror movie, but Jaws is just a good movie.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Paul, what's your opinion on scary movies?
Finish up that beer.
It depends on the scary movie, honestly.
Overall, what a
Like what? Okay,
I mean, it's not my first choice of movie to watch, but there's some good scary movies that I
what's
enjoy.
the best one you've seen, and what's the worst one you've seen?
I'd say my favorite ones probably aren't even the best ones, but I really like the sci-fi twist kind of ones. Like I really like The Thing,
oh, The Thing is amazing.
and I like Predator, which has a bit of a
Yeah.
horror twist.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you're
okay.
more into the like action thriller
yeah,
genre,
yeah.
which was what I'm talking about. Like I wouldn't consider those like scary. The Thing I would maybe classify as like a scary movie, but what you told me was because scary movies, I don't know if they still do, but you told me at one point that scary movies scared you, and that's why you didn't like them. I don't mean to sell you. I don't know if that's
just
true.
putting
Still.
words here in my mouth on our podcast.
Am I? You told me that at one point,
We had a conversation, but that's not how it went. It went similar to it.
roughly. But then you told me that you liked The Thing because Kurt Russell was there to save the day, and I liked that a lot.
I remember watching, and the reason I don't like scary movies, and I think I've told this to you guys, but for the audience out there,
Also us.
yeah, also you guys, because I know that you'll watch every single episode to get those listens up.
Gotta get them listens.
Anyway, which one was it? I think was it Ernest Goes to Camp? Was that the
It's
one?
probably Ernest Scared Stupid.
Scared Stupid. Because I think Scared Stupid happens in like a weird summer camp or something, which is why I get those two mixed up. But that
Is it
troll
the
was
one with the
scary.
troll?
It's the one with the troll. That troll was terrifying, and like my parents rented that movie for me because I really liked all the Ernest movies because he made funny
I
faces and
want to have
made
an
weird
Ernest
sounds.
movie podcast.
I've never seen an Ernest movie.
You've never seen a movie in earnest. Ha. Dun-dun-dun.
Were you trying to do a rim shot and you looked for something to do with? You couldn't find a drum
Well,
set?
I was going to tell you, add that in post. Just edit that in. But you probably won't.
You need to do a recording of one. All right, quiet, everybody.
But it's...
All right, I'll add that in later.
All right, cool.
Anyway, keep going with your Ernest Scared
keep
Stupid.
that part in too. No, so like my parents started doing yard work, and it was like the end of October, so it got dark at like 7:00, and my parents like, oh, Halloween movie, I'm gonna get this for my kid, and I watched it, and it was really scary, and all the lights in the house were off because my parents were outside, and I was watching the movie, and I was enthralled by that movie, so I didn't get up to turn on any of the lights. And by the time I knew it, I was scared, and I looked around, and all the lights in the house were off, and I didn't know what to do, and it was really scary. And I think my parents went to dinner without telling me because it felt like they were gone for like a few hours, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. But that movie scared me, and I don't like scary movies because of it.
That movie does have a great joke, though, where they find out that the troll has...
We're gonna do a podcast
okay.
on Omegle.
Okay, well, this is gonna be real awkward then.
Yeah.
For someone else.
Anywho,
Yeah.
continue.
Oh, why does it gotta be me? That's only me that's in it. That's weird. Gotta get everybody.
Yeah.
I
PJ's
think-
gonna fall asleep because this is how he falls asleep.
Yeah.
PJ, no joke, falls asleep to him pretending to be asleep for strangers on Omega.
Okay,
Yep, and that's
Here's
what
the
lulls
thing.
him to sleep.
here's the thing.
Yeah, justify this. Defend yourself.
I had really bad insomnia in my first year of college, and so one time I was like I had done everything on I went through my whole Facebook feed and like I watched all the YouTube videos that wanted to watch in particular. So then I went on Omegle and like I wasn't even pretending to be asleep, but people thought I was asleep because I've got real squinty eyes, and then people were like, "Oh, this guy's asleep," and I'd be like, "No, I'm not," but like.
Wait,
it
did
made
you
me-
type or say no? I'm not.
I didn't do either.
Oh.
So that kind of fed into the pretending to be asleep thing. But so I would then like the next night I like couldn't sleep, so I just went on Omegle and pretended to be asleep, and it got me to sleep in like 10 minutes, which like I hadn't slept in like probably 2 or 3 days at this point. And yeah, so it's like that, and then also Vine compilations I would fall asleep to.
They're so weird. Why?
Well, Vine compilations, it's because it's like it's not a thing I care about particularly at all. It's just, shitty 6-second videos, and it was nice that they were all in a compilation.
do you
so
ever get woken up by the ones that are just dubstep? And it just like
I would turn
gets
it
in-
way down.
Oh, okay.
Like
Wait. So like, would you even hear?
I
what's
would
on
be
those
able to
vines?
hear it.
Okay.
But I would like, because that happened a few times, like I would get jarred awake by things. I would just turn it down. I could hear it though. Like it's a nice like lulling thing. And recently, like a few weeks ago, I had really bad insomnia, like couldn't sleep at all. So old episodes of To Catch a Predator, I would fall asleep to. And for a while, it was like skateboarding videos. It's just things I do not care about at all. That it's just like white noise that I don't get too interested in. However, To Catch a Predator didn't work because I was like, ooh, this pedophile's
So you
gonna
started
get
getting
busted.
interested
Yeah.
in the episode.
What's that?
You started getting interested
Oh,
in the
yeah,
episode.
like-
I've done that a few times. Cause like, oh, I'll just like listen to this or playlist on YouTube and fall asleep. But then I'll start listening to it and then I can't fall asleep. And
Yeah.
then it's 4 a.m. It's like, well, all right, this isn't working out.
Yeah.
Well,
So I fall asleep to a lot of weird things.
ever fall asleep to just silence? Ever done that before?
That makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, it kind of does for me too.
Was that a dick?
It might have been.
At one point, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But oh crap, what was I gonna say?
Fall asleep to silence.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing that like whenever I am like sharing a room with somebody or if like I'm at a hotel, it's always just really weird because I can't like have my noise playing in the background because of what if it bothers the other person and they can't fall asleep and I'm like, what do? I can't sleep with headphones on.
Paul, as somebody who shared a room with Josh, would you like to weigh in on this?
Oh yeah, there were definitely a couple of times you were just listening to podcasts and then you fell asleep, but then I was just wide awake the whole time.
Well, I asked you like, hey, is this too loud? And then you would say, no, this is fine.
That never happened.
Yeah, I asked you the first time. I was like, hey, so I normally like listen to stuff when I fall asleep. Do you care if I just have this playing? And you said, no, this is fine. That's okay. I was like, is this too loud? No, this is fine. And then there we go.
Well, I remember it only happened. Josh and I used to share a room together when we lived in a certain apartment. And no, I remember like most nights, like you just didn't do it.
Do what?
Listen to podcasts.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Well, it wasn't that long ago, but it seems like a long time ago.
That was like 2.5 years ago.
Wow, really?
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Whoa, what?
In December it'll be 2 years.
Okay, I was like, oh my God.
I did math bad.
What a time.
Yeah. I turned off Omegle because you couldn't see all of us, so it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Someone looked like they got really mad that they didn't know what was going on. They started like shaking their fist at like the camera, it's like, and yelling something. I don't know what that was about.
Well, and the thing is,
could you hear them?
no, the thing I'm plugged into, it's just the audio from the program we're using to record it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hear anything that they were doing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Which is great. Like, we should just always be on Omegle when we do podcasts.
That'd be
because
funny.
I think it's funny.
That'd be funny. We should do it on like a separate laptop.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some external thing.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny.
External thing, and then you could see all of us.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to have the laptop close enough
That'd be
to
pretty
the
funny.
soundboard.
Let's
I still want to talk about that Ernest joke. I never finished that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
wait.
So
Go right ahead.
there's a bit where the troll, like there's a book about the troll, and it says the only thing that can stop this troll is
a bigger troll.
no, it says it's like I don't
Smaller
remember
troll, surprisingly.
why it's like this, but there it says like M-I and then there's like a blank spot and then it says K,
Sharona.
M-I space K. I don't know why the L was blocked, but it's supposed to be like the only thing that can stop this troll is milk.
I was thinking Mick for some reason.
No, it's
like Mick Jagger.
like there's a picture. There's a picture of like a milk jug or something in a cow, I think, in the book, and so obviously like the kids around, they're like, "Oh, we need to get milk to stop this troll," and then Ernest says like, "I know exactly what we need," and then he leaves, and he comes back with like this weird little box, and it's labeled Miak.
M-I-A-K?
M-I-A-K. It's like, I got it. Ground Miak. And it's the dumbest joke.
Did they get rid of the troll?
No.
They needed milk?
They
Okay.
needed milk.
That's
Ernest
like-
was wrong.
Troll 2, where there's a goblin and they have to. It's like goblin milk or something. I don't. They're drinking goblin milk, which it turns them into plants, and then the it's not even trolls. It's goblins, because it wasn't supposed to be a sequel. It's like the worst movie ever made. People like go. It's like a cult.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
But it's like the milk. It's Nilbog milk, which is goblin backwards. And they drink it and turn it into plants, and the goblins eat plants.
Makes sense.
Yeah, perfectly sound plot.
No.
I eat plants.
The main character is a dentist by trade, not an actor by any means.
Yeah, just like
That
I was gonna. Oh, what's his
that
name?
really.
No. Oh no, he just wants to be a dentist. That elf from that.
Hermes?
Is that his name?
Yeah,
His name
Hermie.
is Hermes?
Hermes.
Hermie?
Oh,
Is that his
really?
name?
Yeah, Hermes the elf.
Oh,
I'm
I
not-
don't,
if
I don't remember
we can
that.
look it up.
Was that Frosty the Snowman? That's what.
Yeah.
No, it's not
No, it's
Frosty.
Rudolph.
It's
the
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen that. We should watch that this year. I haven't seen that in a long time, or any of the other Christmas specials.
We
Little
watched a
Drummer
whole
Boy
bunch of them last year.
Does not hold up.
Oh, it's
Which
so
one?
bad. Little Drummer
Drummer
Boy's
Boy?
the worst.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. Which one's that one?
It's got a little boy who has a drum.
He's this little poor kid, and
Come, they told me, pa rum pum pum pum.
he goes to the birth of Jesus, and then all he does is like, "Hey, I don't have a present, but I'm gonna play my drum for you." Which,
You know,
that's terrible
Hermes,
because
That song also makes it sound like only 3 people gave Jesus gifts.
Well, and the
What's
little
that?
drummer boy.
Okay, 4 people.
yeah,
well,
they did.
the song doesn't really count. He can't like.
He doesn't have money, Josh. He
Yeah.
can't give them a
Well,
gift.
He has to give him a song.
Let's not,
Ba-ra-ba-pa-pum.
whatever,
Which-
man.
I
You
tried
shouldn't
to.
be-
Hey, that's not Jesus' fault that he's poor.
That shit works with parents though. If you're just like, oh, hey mom, instead of getting a real gift, here's a song. My mom likes it at least, or she pretends to.
My mom told me none of that shit.
Yeah, me neither. He's like, why didn't you get me a gift? I'm like, I have no money. Well, okay. Doesn't mean you can't get me a gift. Yes, it does. I have a strange family dynamic.
Because they're always trying to get at your money.
Yeah. Sure am. All that money I got. All those dollar bills that I got in my
All
wallet.
that Best Buy cash, bruh.
Dude, I got so much Best Buy cash investing in stock.
Are you?
No.
They don't give you guys like,
When you're-
options?
When you're full time, you do.
ooh,
You get cheaper stock or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
My dad works at Cracker Barrel and he gets stock options.
Yeah? How's
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel stock doing?
Really well.
Really?
Yeah.
How much are they worth?
I don't know. I don't really know how it works.
This is the one time that we can use the stock app on the iPhone.
Yeah, I don't know what the code for Cracker Barrel is.
I don't either. It's probably like CRKR.
Yeah.
you can't just type in Cracker Barrel, the old
No,
crackback.
and well, so the cheese might come up. They can't open Cracker Barrel restaurants in California because there's a brand of cheese called Cracker Barrel cheese.
Oh, really?
Not the same company at all.
Are they public?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but since it's for the state of California that they have the copyright, they can't.
Huh.
This was not an interesting story.
No, it isn't. But on the topic of stocks, one of the reasons that I don't like Delta Airlines, on top of them losing my luggage and on top of them just being a really shitty airline.
Was that recently?
What? No, well, no, not that recently. It was like 4 years ago.
Oh, bummer.
So it was a while ago. Yeah, they left my luggage in Salt Lake because for whatever reason they didn't have a direct flight from Kalispell to Denver. So I had to have like a 2-hour layover in Salt Lake for a connecting flight. Anyway, they left my luggage in Salt Lake, so I had to go to like a business meeting in pajamas, and that was really embarrassing. I mean, the person understood, but it's like, come on. Part of the reason I also don't like them is because in 8th grade, we had to learn about the stock market, and so we had to invest in stocks with like class money. And for whatever reason, I thought it would be a good idea to invest in Delta Airlines, and I lost so much money. I think I lost like $5,000.
Huh.
So that's also why I don't like Delta, because they lost me fake money in 8th grade.
We did not have to do that, thank God. I would just been like, I don't know.
But it was also really cool because that
Can we
like
just
everyone
invest in pizza.
like that class was actually really cool because it was like it was called vocational practical arts, but none of it was practical. It was all just vocational shit. So like there was a whole like month where we just built bridges. We built like parachutes. We built like a lot of really cool stuff. And part of like investing in stocks was one, like just to figure out how the stock market works. And also if you made any money that you made could be used at the end of the semester where we had like a carnival. So like there would be like a class carnival and
Carnival Cruise Lines?
Huh? No, Carnival Games.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like
Like a guy in a dunk tank.
yeah, I think we had a dunk tank. Someone like built or rented a dunk tank.
What was the guy dressed as?
Principal?
Huh?
Your principal?
No, I think it was just that might have been the teacher.
We did something where we gotta like tape our principal to the
The door?
to the wall.
Did you take him to the door?
It
And
might
just,
have been
like
a door.
open the door,
I don't
and,
know.
like that bit from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the first episode.
But no, that class was really cool. There was like a huge carnival, and then like you could like use your money to spend stuff like at the carnival, and any money because each person would like have an opportunity to have a booth, and when you got stuff like when people paid you, there's an auction at the end of like the end of the semester, like the last day. There's an auction where you would actually like get to win cool stuff, not like shitty like oh, this is just class, so here's like a notebook or here's like some pencils.
But
I've-
like for real fit, like a stuffed animal.
I think someone did win a stuffed animal. I think someone else also
Nice.
won like a $50 gift card, like to some nice restaurant.
Huh.
Maybe it just seemed nice. It might actually just have been like Sizzler or something. But it's still, it's a $50 gift card.
Montana nice.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Montana nice.
Yeah.
So there was like actually like real shit in there. It was like, oh damn, that's pretty cool. I remember I won some bubble gum. It was bubblicious.
Oh man, I remember winning shit at like school carnivals, and I won a big bucket of like
Chicken?
big bucket of chicken. It was cold by the time I got it, but no, it was a big thing of Double Bubble, like a huge bucket of it, and it had grape flavored Double Bubble in it, which was like the most exciting thing in my young
I
life.
don't like double bubble. I always remember getting double bubble during like trick or treating.
It tastes
and-
exactly like any other gum.
It's so hard, and the flavor lasts for like half a second.
That's
and then,
any children's gum. Have you ever had Fruit Stripe gum? It's like, oh, this is good, and then it's gone.
I remember having fruit
But
stripe once,
It's
only
got
once.
tattoos on the packaging.
Yeah, I wasn't really into that, and I was like, okay, the tattoo's kind of cool, but you know what? This gum is awful.
Yeah.
I really liked Winterfresh when I was a kid. My mom would always buy Winterfresh.
My mom would have.
Welcome to the Gum Podcast.
My mother's purse always smelled like
Big Red?
No, it was a combination of it was a combination of the leather from her purse and also her mint gum. But sometimes she would get cinnamon gum, and I would not like the cinnamon gum because it was too spicy on my little mouth.
Yeah, I don't get why people like Big Red.
Probably it's got a funny name.
I mean, it's not that great of a gum.
It's a good punchline though. You want some Big Red? Nobody's gonna
This
say
sounds
yes.
like a euphemism for your like engorged penis. What's a big for like a Scottishman too? Hey,
Scottish people
you want
have-
some Big Red? Yeah, you just groundskeeper Willie just ask him want some Big Red.
You guys
fine.
ever did right?
I want to go on record here real quick and just say gum is just disgusting in any form.
Why don't you like
hates
gum?
gum.
It's just got the grossest texture and it tastes. None
Do you
of
think
them
there will
taste
ever be a-
good enough to chew on?
Really?
Just as a weird little thing.
He doesn't like
for-
mint.
for like 30 minutes.
Are you an ant? Isn't it ants that don't like mint?
I don't know.
No, mint is fine. I like mint. Like I
Okay.
like mint tea. I like fresh mint in things.
So why don't you like mint gum?
Or just-
except for the texture.
The fact that you're just chewing on something you're not supposed to like swallow, that you're not supposed to eat, but you chew on it and put it in your mouth for a long time, and there's no like nutrients or anything from it. It's purely just for taste and it's just a weird little thing. Just gross.
Do you have a preferred like
Have you ever smoked
freshening
Paul?
method then?
brushing my teeth?
But what
Maybe
if it's
a
the middle of
mint?
the day and you had like some garlic? What do? You can't. We don't just carry your.
Well, then
toothbrush
I don't
around,
have
do
enough
ya?
people to impress to like carry on gum or a mint or anything.
yeah, I'd go for mints over gum any day.
Okay.
But also, have you ever smoked, Paul?
Mm-hmm.
That's something you purely do just for like taste.
It's pretty
and
gross. I don't do
addictive.
it anymore. It didn't taste good or anything. At least that's like addictive. Gum's not. Gum's
so wait,
just,
gum is. I'm addicted
not
to
wrong.
nicotine gum.
I would rather smoke a cigarette than chew nicotine gum. Like if I was quitting, I couldn't use nicotine gum.
Would you have to do the patch?
Oh yeah, I could probably do the patch.
Yeah.
I mean, at least like smoking like looks cool, you know. Like if
It
you
does.
see somebody with a cigarette, if you see somebody chewing a big old wad of gum, you're not like, oh, they're probably really cool.
No, I used to.
And then he's sticking under a table in class. Oh,
Oh
God.
no, that is the worst. Like if I step on gum on the street or like touch it underneath a table,
Oh,
it is
it's
the
so
fucking
gross.
worst day of my
Man,
life.
that's I don't. Well, I guess I also just don't like rub my hands under tables anymore. But I remember when I was a kid, I would do that sometimes, and there would just be gum everywhere. That doesn't seem to be a problem anymore, though.
I think
Oh, it still
people are
happens in college sometimes, or it
Does it?
happened in college, I guess.
It's definitely happened to me
Oh wow.
recently. Oh god, I don't understand why people do that. Just swallow it or spit it out, you fuckers.
Yeah, I don't know.
I swallow gum. I don't.
I do too. It's like, well, there's no garbage around here. I'll just swallow it. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Unless it is a big deal.
It's not. You ever change a baby's diaper who had gum the day before?
No.
It's in the diaper, so
Why would you buy a baby chewing gum?
because I wanted to have minty fresh breath.
Yeah, baby's breath does smell gross.
Gumming on that gum.
Even though there's a flower named
Called baby's breath.
I think, yeah, my parents have that. I was like, Mom, what kind of flower are these called? Baby's breath. Like, what the
Baby's
fuck?
It's just a little baby.
I cannot imagine a thing grosser than a baby breathing on you. Like,
Also, those flowers don't smell good.
Well, maybe that's why they did
yeah.
it then. I don't know.
Yeah.
If a baby falls asleep in your arms, like when you're holding it, it's sweating on you is grosser. It's more of a toddler thing. But like toddlers get real fucking sweaty and it's gross. I have a lot of nieces and nephews.
You just like slip out of your arms and just like,
Yeah.
oh. Whirring sound included.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nope.
No? BJ, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
No? All right. Well, I guess this wraps up episode 0 of this currently unnamed podcast,
0.5.
0.5. Thanks for listening.
This one's audio is mixed way better than the other one.
Yeah, so we sound better in this one.
I think the first one was a little bit funnier,
Yeah?
personally.
Okay.
I don't remember what we were talking
Well, we
about.
can always, go back to being funny.
Yeah, no, this one sucks is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just put them. Well, maybe we'll just put them both out. Anyway, thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time. Fade in that outro.
Do 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 do.